Lesson 2.4 is on linear equations again. This time you're going to learn how to write an equation of a line given its slope and a point on the line. So far you already know slope-intercept form. That was from the last lesson. And that was y equals mx plus b. You use that form when you are given slope and y-intercept. It's the easiest form, which is why you learn it first. Point slope form is the next one you're going to learn, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. You use this one when you're given slope and a point. On the line. Okay, and then the last one is standard form, which is ax plus by equals c. A and b cannot both be 0. Okay, I know that really doesn't go there, but you needed to know that. But you use this form when you're given this form. You're not going to just use this form. You're going to be given equations in this form. Alright, so then we're going to talk about parallel lines. Slopes are equal in parallel lines. So if I were to draw a coordinate plane, parallel lines are the lines that never cross and they have the same slope. Perpendicular lines are opposite reciprocal slopes. So when you graph those on the coordinate plane, one will go one way and one will go the exact opposite way, and they'll cross at a 90-degree angle. For example 1, we are given a point and the slope, so we're going to use point slope form, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And the y1 and x1 again are the coordinates of the point, and then slope of course is m. So you just plug it in and you get y minus 2 equals 3/5 x plus 5. So my sign and my points minus is -5, but because of that subtraction there, it's minus negative, which is going to be plus 5. Alright, B, again they give you a point and slope, so you're going to plug it into point slope form. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. y1 is going to be -1, so it's y plus 1. M is -3. And then x is 7, so it's minus 7. And I just I always put slope in fraction form. You don't have to put that -3 over 1. You can just put in -3. It's the same thing. Example 4, what if you're given 2 points? The good thing about having 2 points is that you can always find slope. So first you're going to find slope. So you're going to do the second y minus the first y over the second x minus the first x. It's going to be 6 over 2, which is 3. Now you have a point and a slope, so you just plug it into point slope form, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And you get y minus 2 equals 3 times x minus 3. Now, had you chosen the other point to do point slope form with, you'd get a different equation. But if you put it in both of them in slope intercept form, it'll be the same equation. All Alright, again, you've got 2 points. So first you're going to find slope. So you're going to do 7 minus 0 over 0 minus negative 5, which is going to be plus 5. And I get 7/5. So in point slope form, that's going to be y minus 7 equals 7/5 times x minus 0. And that's your final answer. You can simplify the x minus 0 and make it y minus 7 equals 7/5 x, because the 0 is not necessarily going to do anything. Okay, example 3, they want you to write this in standard form. So you are going, and it says use integer coefficients, which means I can't have any fractions. So you're going to take your equation. Now I'm going to write standard form at the top. It's a number times x plus a number times y equals the constant. ax plus by equals c. So really I just have to take my 3/4 and move it to the other side. And I get negative 3/4 x plus 1y equals negative 5. You have to use integer coefficients, which means you need to get rid of the fraction. So we're going to multiply the whole equation by the denominator of the fraction. And I get negative 3x plus, distribute all the way across the equation, and you get 4y equals negative 20. Okay, next question, what is an equation line here in standard form? Use integer coefficients. So I'm going to take my equation. Standard form again is ax plus by equals c, so I need to move my x term to the left hand side. So we're going to make it negative 9.1x plus y equals 3.6. I cannot have the decimals, so when I want to get rid of my fraction, I multiply by the denominator. If I want to get rid of my decimal, I multiply the whole equation by 10, 100, or 1,000, depending on how many decimal places. One decimal place means 1 0, so I'm going to multiply the whole equation by 10. And that gives me negative 91x plus 10y equals 36. Example 4, graphing using intercepts. They just want to know the intercepts of this equation. To find x and y intercepts, let's say to find y intercept, you are going to replace x with 0. To find the x-intercept, you are going to replace y with 0. So the y-intercept is going to be, that'll turn to 0, so you get 5y equals 15. Divide both sides by 5 and you get y equals 3. That's your y-intercept. Your x-intercept is going to be, so replace the y with 0 and that goes away and you get 3x equals 15. So x-intercept is going to be 5. Then it says to graph it using intercepts. I'm going to sketch a quick graph. When you graph something using intercepts, you just go up on the y-axis to the y-intercept and put a point. Go across the x-axis to the x-intercept and put a point, and then you can just connect the two lines. Alright, B. Again, what are the intercepts? To find the x-intercept, you're going to make y equal 0, and to find the y-intercept, you're going to make x equal 0. So for the x-intercept, the y is going to be 0, so that's going to go away, and I get 2x equals 8. So x equals 4. For my y-intercept, the 2x goes away, and I get negative 4y equals 8. So y equals negative 2. Now they want you to graph it using intercept, so you're going to sketch yourself a graph. You're going to go right 4 on the x-axis and down 2 on the y-axis, and draw your line. Alright, parallel and perpendicular. Parallel lines have the same slope, so that's what I'm going to write above parallel here. Same slope. Perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal slopes. So my slope for A here is 6, and then I have the point 1, negative 3. I have a point and I have a slope. So I'm going to just plug it into point slope form, which is going to be y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. When I plug it in, I get y minus negative 3, which is going to be plus 3, times 6, because that's my slope, times x minus 1. For B, the slope of this line is negative 4, so the opposite reciprocal is going to be positive 1/4. Change the sign and flip the fraction, and then you have a point. So point slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, and I get y minus 5 equals 1/4 times x minus 8. And that is point slope form of the equation. Okay, got it question? I want you to do these 4 questions on a separate sheet of paper. Have it ready to turn in tomorrow. You have to answer all 4. If you don't know how to do it, you need to rewind it and watch that part of the video again.